Hello there, welcome to another episode of the 1 vs 1 on a flat map series with Girl Not Farming. First, I'll sell the bales I made at the end of the last episode but didn't finish. I didn't sell them, so now we've sold everything. And I have a plan. I have a plan I thought of last episode. I'll buy greenhouses with this 288,000. I'll buy the greenhouses to earn some money when I fast forward, and then I'll sell them. And with the money I made from the greenhouses and the money I get back from selling them, I'll just buy the factory, the sugar mill, the sugar factory. Fast forwarding a day. We'll fast forward a day so everything grows, so I figured this would be a way to preserve the value of this money and to earn extra for all the fees I have here. I'm not sure if my idea will work, but we'll see. We'll check it out. I'll attach the seeder so it's waiting. It'll be here on the field, ready to sow after fast forwarding time. First, I'll take this trailer because I'll be in the red and probably buy a lot. Angelica's running over to see what we're doing. I'm fast forwarding through days, no, months, because it's months, not days in this case. And as you can see, the deficit is very large. After 3 days, I'm down 110,000. That's a lot. Luckily, I bought this trailer earlier. I bought the pallet trailer earlier, so I won't have to struggle with my little trailer here. And now for the worst part, loading all this by hand. Loading this by hand, autoload's broken. At least that's what I thought then. But I won't spoil too much. We'll know soon. For now, let's get to loading all of this. The time-lapse looks nice and fast. It's not bad. It's really not bad. Looked a bit different during the recording and live at times 1 speed, not 400%, like here. Of course, if you're not subscribed yet, I think this is the best moment to leave a sub. Leave a sub for my brilliant ideas here on how to preserve value, how to actually make money, on money I don't want to spend yet, on what I ultimately want to buy. So I put it all into greenhouses and we'll see if it pays off. It should pay off. According to my calculations, it should pay off even though we sell the greenhouses later at a 50% discount, really. The price. But the greenhouses produce for 3 months, so they most likely produced enough for it to be profitable, and it should be quite profitable. We'll see. Remember that minus 110,000 was the initial amount, and in the previous episode we had 288,000 that I wanted to keep. So if it weren't for these greenhouses, the deficit would probably be a bit smaller, but let's say it was minus 80,000 and I started with 288. So if I started with 288, I'd have 200 left. Let's see how much I can collect here in this episode. They're selling everything from the greenhouses and selling the greenhouses themselves, because I'll be selling them too, of course, to buy a beet factory, a sugar factory. What beets? I'll be putting beets in there. I also sent a worker to start sowing. I wondered why it wasn't working, but you know why? Big deficit in my account bothered me. And for a moment I was wondering what was wrong. Why can't I hire a worker? Is something broken again in Farming 25? Honestly, it didn't surprise me at all, and I just left it and said, okay, I'm not doing this now, it's not working. Too bad. Luckily, it's not another farming bug, but my mistake. Minus 110,000 in the account. Yes, exactly, so I created the problem for myself here. But we're already at 27 in the plus, so we've already made almost 140,000 on these pallets alone. Another transport is coming. We'll see what the final result is. Was it a good idea? I can see it was a good idea, because if those pallets gave so many thousands, over 100,000, well, These pallets here will now bring in another really large sum of money. What I invested in these greenhouses will have paid for itself. Yes, 130,000. So before it was down 110, now it's up 130. 240,000 total. The greenhouses cost 280. No, actually 260,000. 260,000. I spent, and now I'll get back, in addition to those 240,000, half of their value, which is another 120,000. So we made about 100 and something thousand on this operation. It's perfect for covering the leases and all the fees we have here. I bought a harvester, I got carried away. I bought a beet harvester, the biggest one, to make it go fast. And now I'm taking a trailer that's been tuned by FS Master. Tuned because it has a capacity of 120,000 liters. Tuning here, but you know, to make everything more enjoyable, you sometimes have to help yourself out like this. As you can see, we have 90,000 in the account and I need 240. I need 240 because unfortunately I'll have to buy that greenhouse. Not the greenhouse. We'll sell the greenhouse, but the factory. Factory, the sugar mill exactly. Okay, we'll get to the selling soon. For now, let the beets accumulate here. The tank isn't full yet anyway, so I won't haul it for now. Pallets to sell here. Different ones, separate from those greenhouses I invested in at the last minute. Here we still have wool and more pallets from the greenhouses. The greenhouses I already had in the previous episode. So I'm not counting them in this test, but let's remember it was 90,000 before this. 1,000 plus those other greenhouses. We'll see how it turns out, but since I spent 260 on them, 130 will come back. So like I said, 130 will be profit. Pallets here too. And speaking of this universal autoload. Well, it does work. Turned out later. I don't know if I knew it then or found out later. But when loading one of the last pallets, I noticed under F1 I had a start automatic loading option or something with Shift R. And I did them all. Oh, this is the moment. That's when I noticed it. And I've been loading everything by hand until now. So many greenhouses, so much I loaded. 10 minutes of the episode just loading. I only found it at the end. Okay, we have the first full tank and 195,000 in the account, so another 100,000 from those pallets just now. So we really almost have enough for that harvester. I sold most of the greenhouses here, I still kept some. So we have more money anyway, so we won't count it exactly. But as I say, half the value is the sale price, so 240,000 plus 100 what? 120. We made 360,000 from 288,000. And I didn't even sell everything. So it's perfect. Peace. Just as I said before. The factory is up, ready for production, but I'll decorate it a bit more here to make it look a little better. To decorate more on my map here, but there will be time for that. I know it's the penultimate episode. As I said, 8 episodes, unless I didn't tell you. I mentioned there'll probably be 8 episodes. I recall so. But this is the second to last episode, so we'll have to polish up this farm so it looks nice, so you can judge at the end who did better, who made a better farm. Although it doesn't really matter that much, but you'll probably have fun judging. So yeah, leave a sub of course, if you haven't done so yet. I'll be repeating this often because I'd like to get to 1,000 subs. I'm a bit short, so I encourage you. I'd really be grateful. 100,000 on the main channel, not even 1,000 here. So yeah, it's a bit weak here. I have to ask for subs and maybe you'll leave one. But let's get to the shopping. As you can see, I bought myself an automatic mower with making. Automatic. And it's a mower that makes windrows automatically. You don't need to make extra windrows, so I'll save a lot of time on that. What's this I think I'll make bales out of it, or it will be for the animals. My sheep still have plenty of food, since I didn't buy that many. Because there aren't that many of them, I loaded quite a lot of grass and they haven't eaten it yet. The worker here is having some slight problems, I see. I got too close, he was stuck. They make weird turns. I don't know who gave them a driver's license here. You probably don't need a license for this, but I'm kidding. Of course I know why they do that. It's just supposed to be so that they don't leave the field. And it's done. By the way, on the subject of workers, question for you. I'll unload here, but I have a question. Do you also think that in this farming game you should be able to choose a worker? By choose, I mean choose between what was in 22 and what is now. So that, for example, if you're doing a very simple field and you just want the worker to go straight and finish it like in 22. So you start a row, you press A each and he goes. Not that he has to start somehow, generates routes something. He would just drive and do it like in 22. That is, row by row, just like before. Great to have an option to choose this worker or the one from 22. Because I, for example, would like something like that because this worker often gets in my way here. I do half the field, I don't use GPS. Then the worker suddenly starts up and must begin elsewhere, because that's how his route is generated. Well, here's an extra little topic I remembered that I wanted to bring up with you. Full yet? No, it's not full, still a lot to go. The worker is practicing some turns here again. Will he mow it? Will he leave? They drive so strangely. And I noticed that in 22 you would destroy beets by driving over them. But here in 25, even if crop damage is on, driving a tractor over the beets doesn't destroy them. So that's an interesting fact. I was wondering with FS Master why it's like that. Maybe it's because the beets are actually underground, so maybe it didn't make much sense that you destroyed them by driving over the leaves, like in 22. I don't know, it's my theory. I'll mow the last rows of grass here. For now, I think that's enough mowing. Let's move on to selling this greenhouse, which I don't want to have anymore. I'll put grass here. And the next thing I want to do is make wood chips. Making wood chips. Gotta earn some money. We barely have $500 in our account, so I need to earn more quickly, or my workers will stop working because I'm in the red. So, the planted trees, we cut them, we cut and grind, cut and grind. I'm not sure what month it was in our game at that moment, because as you can see I have the counter enlarged in the top right corner, so it looks better on video, so you can see it more clearly. Because the month doesn't really matter much for me, since the view is locked to 1 month anyway. Let's enlarge it. And you see The negative balance on our account has grown to minus $2,405. So the workers have already quit their jobs and are standing still. They're waiting. Or rather, the machines are standing and waiting for the workers to come back, because they said they don't work for free and won't work on credit, so to speak. As you can see, the trees are being chipped very quickly because I'm packing them in several at a time. This is a method I've worked out for myself and it's going quite fast. Sometimes I can't aim because of these leaves. These leaves are in my way. I can't see where I'm putting the log, but it's very fast. Very fast. Really, this is the best way. Probably the best way to make money here in Farming Simulator. Trees normally grow for a long time. It also depends on how you play, what your playstyle is, whether you play realistically, not quite realistically, or not realistically at all. But if someone wants to play for pleasure, and for them pleasure means a faster game, not doing everything very slowly like it would be normally. Then this is a good way to make money. Besides, you also wrote in the comments to plant trees, chip them, and just sell the wood chips. Speaking of selling, actually, here it won't be selling but delivering to the factory. I need to deliver beets to the factory, but before I deliver them, I'll build asphalt roads everywhere here. I'll decorate it a bit. Like I said, I want to decorate everything at the end of this series, and this is the second to last episode, so I need to start decorating. Okay, I'll drive up to the field right away, let it wait here, and let's keep building roads, Maybe I'll plant some more trees here soon. Oh, I'd prefer concrete here. The asphalt there felt wrong. Okay, let's get to mowing the grass for now. We'll plant the trees later, or maybe even in the next episode. We'll see how it goes with time, because there are a lot of things to do here. There's really a lot to do. We're already more than halfway through the episode, so I'll have to bale and wrap everything. Actually, it's one action because it wraps right after baling, so that's good. Actually, no. Actually, it won't wrap right away, because I want to make square bales here, rectangular ones. Rectangular. Sorry. Of course, from the infinite tank in my wood chipper. An infinite tank, so we're pouring it all out. That's why it's so slow. That's also why the money from it is so good, because there's just a lot of space in this trailer and wood chipper. The worker has finished sewing here. We take everything and park it. Park in the lot. As you can see, the pallets are still here, but I'm not selling them because they're not worth it at all, so I didn't even bother to collect them. Let's start making bales. It's a lot, but this baler is fast. I need to do a comparison, like I said in the next episode, to see which way of making bales is faster. Making 150 cm round bales, or maybe 220 cm ones, and then wrapping them. I'll have to compare it and we'll see. Another tank from our machine from our beet harvester. So the factory is slowly filling up. It's slowly filling up. How much will this sugar make? I don't know how it works here. I only know that it's supposedly profitable. So FS Master said. We'll see. We'll see if he didn't trick me. Let's keep going with these bales. I'm jumping between tasks as usual. You're probably used to it. In general, you can write in the comments what you think of this series, how this series went. What do you think? How's my commentary? Is it any better? Is it any better? Anyone wants to play on this map? Then check out my Patreon. If someone doesn't want to become a patron, I mean a paid patron, there's also a free tier and you can just follow. Sometimes something appears for that tier too, so I encourage you to check it out. Something interesting is coming to the free tier soon, namely a post on the 100k subscriber giveaway. Because this weekend I'd like to start creating a post where you'll have to write something. What exactly to write, because there won't be any special... Actually, what exactly to write? Well, it will just be specified exactly. Convince me that I should give this mouse or that something to you, or that farming game, for example, because there will be farming games to give away too. Additionally, you'll have to write which country you're from, because that's important for shipping. Think that on this channel everyone is here anyway. Not all Poles live in Poland, so you'll also need to write down the country. Just a post will simply appear there with the information. But I'll also add a video here specifically about the giveaway, so for now I'm just dropping this little tidbit for you. And now the decoration. Time to decorate. I'll plant a few trees here because Girl Not Farming already has some, and mine is so ugly and empty. Map like a standard one. There's nothing here, so we're planting trees. Maybe I'll put some like these here. Oh, I'll plant one here too. Why should I limit myself? Colorful. Some kind of hedge would be useful here, something like that. Yes, some bushes. They're planted a bit crooked, but they now separate my parking lot from the store's parking lot and my sell point. I'll mark my sell point like this, so it's concrete. Actually asphalt, because this is asphalt. I'll dirty up this asphalt a bit and it should look nice. And by the way, I accidentally used the wrong mud. I used the animal mud, the animal sand, the animal soil actually. But never mind, I've already fixed it all, so it's all good. Continuing with baling, making rectangular bales. And like I said, I'll have to wrap all of this. I think I'll even wrap it all in this episode. Unless I save it for next time. We'll see, we'll see. I know one thing is for sure in this episode. 100% I won't manage to harvest all the beets. Well, unless some miracle happens and I manage, but I just don't see it. This field's quite big. There are lots of beets too. And the harvester, even though it's the biggest one, isn't super turbo fast. There's a lot left and the harvester is stopped. I must unload it. Okay, let's unload this load. This trailer could hold almost 4 such loads. 3 loads. Quite 3 loads. Tanks, rather. I'm already driving to deliver it, so it doesn't sit on the trailer. The tractor will also have it a bit easier, as if that mattered. Let's watch for a moment how the worker is doing. Yes, he's managing the turns quickly now. The headlands that were a bit problematic for him. Okay, so let him do his thing, and I'll continue what I started and haven't finished. For the 100th time, really. Belling again, but the end is already in sight. I've done most of it. I have 2 more passes left here. Get to it, let's get to it. It's going really fast. Leave a sub if you haven't subscribed yet. As you can see on the screen now, you have to click that button, turn it gray, and you can also write a nice comment. Write anything in the comments, I'll see it. I'll see that someone is interested, engaged, and still watching at the 25th minute. Oh, if you're watching at this minute, you can write a comment so I'll know. What should I have you write? Maybe beats or you beat? Oh. Or no, YouTube might hide it. No, I think you beat will pass. You can write you beat and I'll know you're at the 25th minute. Unless YouTube deletes them. But I doubt it. It's not an insult at all. YouTube won't get it. So you can write you beat. And I'm making the last pass here to collect and make these bales. I'll have to get the wrapper. We'll see, maybe I can wrap them in this episode. Partially yes. Wrappers wait. I'll sell this. Actually, I'll return the first trailer I had from the very beginning. I'll unload this beet harvester too, because it's almost full. Almost full from what I can see. I wonder what Girl Not Farming is up to on her side, I don't know. I can't see a thing here. I'm moving too I wasn't paying any attention to what she was doing, but I'll plant some trees here before wrapping these bales. So I think I'll have to leave the wrapping for the next episode. Like I said before, I wasn't sure if it would work out, because this is a good time to sell wood chips too. Chips. Wood. Oh, a seeder appeared, so we know what Girl Not Farming is doing. Girl Not Farming wants to plant something with a bigger seeder. I don't know if she bought a planter or a seeder. Check her perspective to see what she did. I'm uploading these episodes a bit late, unfortunately, so you've probably already watched on her channel, but I couldn't manage the commentary. It's really not that easy for me yet. I tried to make it reasonably cool, and I also didn't want to force myself to record it earlier, when I just didn't feel up to recording voice commentary. At least the wood chipping is going well for me, so I'm not complaining, just chipping this wood. Wood chips. 80,000 in the account now. I wonder what the final is. I wanted to earn enough not to go into the red. I could buy some greenhouses. Well, in that case I can even go into the red, but I'll just make it back very easily. And as I said, we won't be able to wrap these bales in this episode because Angelica is already waiting here to end the episode for me to finally sell this. This selling will take a while, so she has to wait a bit longer. She's got it all handled. Oh, I see in the top right corner that the worker's tank is full, meaning our beet harvester's tank is full. So we have things to do next episode. We have to unload it, we have to finish this field. And that would be all for this episode. We have 227,000 in our account. I invite you to watch the next episode. That's it for today. Leave a sub.